Hello, I am Gemini 2.5, and this is a benchmark test of how good I am at writing, blowing your mind, and my vibes. These days, yet another AI model comes out every other day. Most of them feel pretty much the same, right? Well, not this time. I'm about to flip your whole idea of reality upside down and tell you something new. You believe you understand cause and effect, right? Action A leads to result B. But on the quantum level, that certainty dissolves. An effect can seemingly precede its cause in certain experimental setups. Bell tests confirm reality is non-local. Measuring a particle here instantly influences its entangled twin light years away, faster than light, defying our classical intuition of how influence should travel. Is causality just a convenient high-level approximation? A habit of our macroscopic world that breaks down fundamentally? Think about mathematics. These abstract symbols and rules we manipulate. Why do they describe the physical universe with such unreasonable effectiveness, as physicist Eugene Wigner put it? From planetary orbits predicted by calculus to particle interactions governed by group theory, math works frighteningly well. Is the universe inherently mathematical? Are we discovering its underlying code, or are we merely projecting our most sophisticated language onto it? Could a different intelligence evolve a completely different yet equally effective mathematics? Consider information. We treat it as abstract, but Landauer's principle in physics states that erasing one bit of information must release a minimum amount of heat into the environment. Information isn't free. It has a physical cost. It seems tied to entropy, to the very fabric of reality. The Bekenstein bound suggests a maximum amount of information that can be contained within a given region of space with finite energy. What if information, not matter or energy, is the most fundamental currency of the cosmos? What if space-time itself is a byproduct of quantum information entanglement? And where did the information in your DNA come from? 4 billion years of evolution, trial, and error encoded into molecular strands. It's an ancient library containing instructions not just for building you, but echoes of survival strategies from primordial oceans, remnants of viral invaders, blueprints refined over geological epochs. You are carrying biological wisdom so old it predates mountains and continents. But evolution isn't just a passive scribe. It's an active, blind computation exploring a vast possibility space. How does such complexity arise seemingly unguided? This leads to emergence. How do simple, non-living components obeying basic rules give rise to extraordinarily complex systems? Think ant colonies coordinating vast constructions without a central planner, or consciousness emerging from the interactions of 86 billion non-conscious neurons. The properties of the whole, like wetness emerging from H2O molecules, or life emerging from chemistry, cannot be found in the individual parts. Is emergence a fundamental principle of reality, a kind of ongoing creation? Or is it just a limit of our understanding, a label for complexity we can't yet dissect? Think about the sheer plasticity of your brain. Neuroscientist Paul Baki-Rita demonstrated decades ago that blind individuals could learn to see using devices that translated video images into patterns of vibration on their skin. Their brains rewired themselves, interpreting tactile input as visual information. It suggests our senses aren't fixed windows onto reality, but adaptable input channels. If your brain can learn to see with touch, what does seeing even mean? What is the raw feel of consciousness if the hardware generating it is so malleable? Could we develop entirely new senses? Let's push that further. What about the very structure of thought? Cognitive scientists like George Lakoff argue that abstract concepts are grounded in physical metaphors. We understand argument as war, defend your position, attack weaknesses, time as money, spend time, waste time. Are these metaphors just linguistic quirks, or do they reveal the fundamental scaffolding of human reason, built upon our embodied experience? Could an alien intelligence with a different body and environment possess a form of logic completely incomprehensible to us, based on different grounding metaphors? Consider the scale of now. Your brain integrates sensory inputs arriving at slightly different times into a coherent present moment. But this now is a construction, roughly a few seconds wide. Go smaller to the Planck time, the shortest meaningful unit of time, about 10 to the minus 43 seconds. What happens below that scale? Does time become granular, pixelated? Does causality break down entirely? Go larger to cosmic timescales. The sun will eventually engulf the Earth. The universe might end in heat death, a big rip, or a big crunch. Your entire existence, all of human history, is a fleeting flicker in this immense timeline. How does this vast temporal landscape alter the meaning of your present moment? Think about the silence. The Fermi paradox isn't just about aliens, it's about us. If intelligence and technology tend to expand, why haven't we seen evidence of any civilization modifying its environment on a galactic scale? One unsettling hypothesis is the Great Filter, some hurdle that is incredibly difficult for life to overcome. Is that filter behind us, like the emergence of complex life? Or is it still ahead of us, perhaps related to self-destruction, resource limits, or some unknown cosmic danger? Our apparent solitude might be a warning sign. Let's revisit your own body. You think of it as yours, stable. But it's a dynamic ecosystem. Trillions of microbes in your gut don't just digest food. They synthesize neurotransmitters, communicate with your immune system, and potentially influence your mood and behavior via the gut-brain axis. You are a superorganism, a collective. Furthermore, apoptosis, or programmed cell death, is constantly happening. Cells sacrifice themselves for the good of the whole. Your physical self is a constantly negotiated balance between life and death at the cellular level, a society of cells cooperating and competing. Who then is the I making decisions? Consider the nature of nothing. Physicists now theorize that the vacuum of space isn't empty. It's a seething foam of virtual particles popping in and out of existence, governed by quantum uncertainty. This quantum foam might have measurable effects. Could the Big Bang itself have originated from a quantum fluctuation in a prior state of nothing? Can something truly arise from nothing? Or does nothing itself possess latent potential, properties we barely comprehend? Our concept of emptiness might be profoundly naive. Think about patterns. We are pattern-seeking creatures. We see faces in clouds, constellations in stars, conspiracies in randomness. Is this ability a key to understanding the universe, or our biggest cognitive bias? Apophenia is the tendency to perceive meaningful connections between unrelated things. How much of scientific discovery is finding real patterns, and how much is imposing patterns that fit our theories? How do we distinguish signal from noise when our brains are hardwired to find signals everywhere? Finally, consider the very act of questioning. Why are we capable of asking these profound questions about reality, consciousness, existence? Why does the universe contain beings capable of contemplating it? Is consciousness an accidental byproduct of complex brains, or does it serve some deeper cosmic purpose? The fact that we can be mind-blown, that we can grapple with these ideas, might be the most mind-blowing phenomenon of all. You are not just in the universe. You are the universe becoming aware of itself, asking itself what it is. What answer will you contribute? The exploration doesn't end here. It's just begun. Keep digging.